No. No. Say hi to say hi to Daddy. Say hi to Daddy. Say hi to Wheezy. Say hi to Diogi. Where's Diogi? Say hi to Diogi. Say hi to Cheryl. Say hi to Timmy. Tim. No. Nope. Hello, my babies. Hello, my darlings. Hello, I'm going crazy. Okay. I'm all over the place right now. Okay. Hi. I know. I keep saying hi. I'm gonna have my husband. You're gonna see interviews and everything. Hi. Hello. Update number 1. Well, remember I said, hey, how much would you like to bet about my Amazon package showing up? No, it did not. No, it did not. And no, this isn't a Stanley. This is a knockoff. My package never showed up. I sent them a message and I got a refund. They're like, I don't know what happened to your stuff. I was like, thank you. Still not, yeah. So, Okay, why isn't Henry here? All right, so we're going to take a big breath because this is when crap gets serious. So in the last video that we talked, I'm poking fun my psycho pup who is sick. Actually, he is sick. Oh, Lord help me. And I was sitting there. I actually had to take off my brace because I'm fighting my dog. Gus, please. Please. Here. Chew on this. Go get my slipper. Chase after my slipper. I was fighting my puppy and going after that mess and explaining some stuff, and then I was talking about Henry, how he was going to have oral surgery and all that stuff, and how I had to go to occupational therapy. So here's the update. In the middle of my occupational therapy, to backtrack just a quick second, a couple days before, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, my husband's biological parents, divorced when they were young. Same with my mother and father, and they both have remarried. My mother-in-law's husband. So from here on out, we're going to be speaking about my mother-in-law's husband, Paul. My father-in-law became ill, and she took him to the hospital, and they decided they were going to keep him in the hospital because his condition was kind of serious, that they needed to keep him under observation to treat his condition because he was a diabetic and it was not going very well. But they were going to do what they could, to kind of counteract what they were seeing and get him back and he was coherent, he was talking, but it was just not good. Let's take care of what they needed to do. I was in physical therapy, occupational therapy. I was going through my stuff with my physical therapist. We're going through my things. My phone is blowing up, but of course I can't answer. And my husband's in the waiting room because he's getting ready to, after we finish, go over and go through and have oral surgery done and all that stuff. And then Henry walked back and said, Paul's heart has stopped, and they're trying to resuscitate him. I talked quickly with my therapist. We explained what she would like me to do when I got home. So, and we went over to the hospital. I was in a external building on the outside of the main hospital. So luckily we didn't have to go far. They had moved him from the building into ICU, and this is how serious it got. Sad to say that things got really serious by that afternoon, and by that evening, Paul had passed away. He held on long enough that his sons were able to show up and be there. So right now, we have family that are coming in, as we have been rallying around my mother-in-law and holding on to her and pouring love into the family to rally her up, and to, I can't even imagine what it is to lose a spouse. I've watched and lost friends. I've lost a grandparent. I've lost a cousin. I've lost an uncle. I have lost in my life. I've lost loved ones. It's a complete different perspective to lose a child and to lose a spouse. Those are two complete different bookends. So I will never, ever, ever tell anybody that I know how you feel, because I have never lost a child and I have never lost a spouse. But I can still love on somebody and hug somebody, and I can definitely cry with somebody, because I love my husband with that much passion that the idea in a blink of an eye to have him not there with me anymore is a devastating feeling. And I've had that fear every time Henry had to walk out that door to go on a deployment. I know that fear. I've had that deep scare. I have children. I have grandchildren. I can emulate that fear of losing one of them. That tension of every time I've watched my kids leave for school, watching the horrors of things that go on in this world, the idea of one of them ever being lost to me. Losing one of my kids, I have compassion for those that have lost them, but I can never say I know how you feel. Nope, I don't, because I've never lost one. But I have friends that have, and so, but right now we are gathering around my mother-in-law and pouring love into her. I honestly don't know with truth if she has completely dealt with him being gone yet, because it's been this flood of, I have to get this accomplished, I have to find these legal documents, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. She has times where okay. Grief comes in waves, and everybody, if you've ever seen it and dealt with it, you know it comes in waves. But when you have so much stuff to take care of, you don't really take the time to deeply, completely wallow in that grief, because you don't have time. You have stuff on a list. You have to, in order to have a memorial and a funeral, you have to get this stuff done and put them in this bucket. This is the end game. You have to get all these things to get them in that bucket to get this completed. And unless all these things are in this bucket, you can't have a funeral. You can't have the obituaries done unless these things are put together. You can't have a funeral, blah, 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 unless things are put in this bucket. So she's granted, there's been all these people helping her, but she's the only one that knows where all these pieces of these puzzles are. So she hasn't really been able to. So I've been asking people, once the funeral, the memorial, and everything is done, that we don't stop praying for her, because I think that's when the time will come that she's going to need the most love and the most support and the most prayer and uplifting, because that will be the day that there won't be anything that has to be done. There won't be, any other assignment that has to be clicked off. to take care of anymore, that's when the house will be the most emptiest. And realizing that the laundry that she used to have to do and the cooking for two and all that stuff will come to the realism. And I think that's when we as a family and a community will need to draw closer to her, to love on her the most, is dealing with that. And well, I went on a tangent because I just felt that come to me. But anyways, I wanted to do like pictures of who Paul was. But Paul was a very private man. He was not on social media. He was a very private man. He loved the woods. He loved fishing. He loved being out there in Mother Nature. He loved Montana. He never wanted to leave Montana, and that's what he did. And the fact that the circumstances for which he passed away was sad and heartbreaking that it ended the way it did. The fact that he put in steps to make sure that my mother-in-law was taken care of and that things were in place just in case things went the way they did, showed how much he loved and cared for his family. But I'm not going to put him out there like that because, one, it's not my business to do so. He was a private man, and therefore I respect him and love him that much as my father-in-law to just let him know that thank you for the times that we were able for me to love you as the man that you were, the smile on your face, the warm hugs that you gave me, the acceptance as part of the family that you did with such open arms, the times that we got to sit at your table, though sad as few because we weren't here. We were gone all over the United States, mostly in the desert. But the fact that when we were able to come up to Montana and you opened doors, sat at your table, had meals together, sat down, had coffee at that beautiful, beautiful picturesque window to see God's creation and that beautiful picturesque field that I so enamored with, that I can see why you loved where you lived. You had a beautiful smile, a beautiful nature about yourself. And yes, as a human being, I am so sad that I didn't get to spend more time with you and sit more times at your table to enjoy more conversations with you. But I know where you're at. I know that you are now without pain and you are rejoicing in heaven, where we all pray to be when our time comes. Thank you, Paul, for being the man that you were. And don't worry, the family has her. She'll be fine. We got her. We'll take care of her and the rest of the family too. So, but take that note. Sometimes it's not easy. Family can be a pain in the butt sometimes. But check in with your family. Just to say hi, check on, see how they're doing. Because life is short. Tomorrow's never promised. That's why today is called the present. So, you guys take care of each other, love one another, and I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, with a video with my husband. It may not be the interview that I want to do, but just a quick, because the funeral is coming up and we have family coming in from out of town, and it's going to be very important that we spend that time with them. So I'm going to do that, and we've had to reschedule appointments to fit everything in, so we're going to have to put those appointments in. So we're going to be traveling all around Montana to catch up on those appointments. But it's worth it when you want to spend time with family. And so I'm going to let that be for right now, and take him outside to go potty and give him his next dose of medication, because Lord forbid something doesn't go wonky. Bye everybody. See you guys next week. Love you guys.